Hi everyone, this is Katie and welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a sketchbook tour. I finished this sketchbook a while ago. I haven't shown it on here yet, so let's get to it. So I did the first little bit in a previous video, so go watch that one if you want to see what's before this page. So we will start here, and I haven't looked at this for a couple months, so maybe that's a good thing. I'll be surprised what's in here. Yes, so it was starting to become fall. Well, it was August, so maybe I was hoping it was starting to become fall. Because drawing fall cute things is always enjoyable. And that is our little kitten. She's not really a kitten anymore, but she was then, and she always liked to sit in my art bag and go to sleep. So I drew her. And that's just a fox from Pinterest. I did a lot of practicing cartoony animal illustrations in this sketchbook with mostly with colored pencils. These are Tombow markers with colored pencils on top. More fall illustrations. A fall porch. And these are just some cute little owls on a lot of my references. I just look stuff up on Pinterest. However you say that. And then I did some skies with tree silhouettes. I think I used Neocolor 2 for the skies, for the clouds, because you can layer light on top of dark with those. And then this, we had a dog when we first got married. The first thing we did was get a puppy, and he was a little Jack Russell, and his name was Sam, and he was black and white. And he has passed away, unfortunately, but I was thinking about him, so I drew him in this little pumpkin. Raccoons are always fun to draw. He's holding a latte, of course. We had a fire in our backyard that day, so I drew it. And this, I was experimenting with this style that I never draw like, and I never drew like this again. I like this picture. Another fox. Now I guess I was starting to think about Halloween, even though it's still September. So I made this Halloween house with the witch up here. And this is just animals from Pinterest. More animals. This was, I think my daughter was invited to a birthday party at the park. And then my mom wanted her bedroom painted, so we helped her. So I drew them. I drew this after I helped paint the room, not while they were painting. Just more illustrations, Tombow markers, and colored pencils. More illustrations, practicing cartoony style. Mushrooms, because in fall everyone needs to draw mushrooms. And pumpkins. And raccoons, apparently. And foxes, I drew a lot of them. Just a fall house scene. I remember, especially this background, I used Derwent Inktense pencils. I also used just some regular watercolor pencils that I have too. But I like how that turned out. And I used a Tombow marker blender instead of a water brush, just because I feel like that does more of a softer job of blending the watercolor pencils. Sometimes when you use a water brush, you can't really control what happens and the color goes everywhere, and I don't like it. This is my cats. Our little kitten that we got is named Boba, so I had to put her in a cup of boba tea. That's our other cat, Simba. More drawings of my animals. I really like this one. And then I drew an illustration of a ghost sitting in his little ghost house with his ghost doggy. This is a parade in our town. My daughter was there and her friend was there, practicing drawing people. People are hard. Halloween illustration of a cat. Reference from Pinterest. And then this, if you watch Catvok on YouTube, she did Cattober instead of Inktober, and there's these prompts, and you draw cats. So this is a couple of those. Jar. So I drew a little scene inside a jar. I'm assuming this one was bubble. It looks like I didn't write it down, but I drew some cat-shaped bubble, and then that's supposed to be Simba inside the bubble. Oh yeah, that's Boba in there. Just some animal illustrations in a tree, and I didn't finish that one. This is Neocolor. Yeah, Neocolor 2s, I think. I don't remember, with a paint marker on top at the end, but I think it's all Neocolor 2. I don't remember what I used to make this. Kind of feels like Neocolors. And this is Tombow with colored pencil and Neocolor as well. Here we are getting into my Artex paint markers. I hadn't used them in a few months, and I was afraid they're going to dry out, so I started using them a lot. And I discovered that colored pencil works really well on top of those too, so that's what I was doing there. This is my son's choir concert, and I'm really trying to get better at people. It's a slow process, but gotta keep practicing. And my dog, Otis. Otis is also a Jack Russell Terrier. He's brown and white. And though these are cartoony, I do feel like he can make all of those facial expressions. This is an illustration of my daughter as a witch, and she told me I had to add in Boba, so I did. And then a panda from Pinterest. This is a cool illustration with the paint markers. I like how that turned out. I really like the clouds in the sky. And then for a while I got into drawing camping pictures, so this is one of those. Oh, we went and saw The Wild Robot in the movie theater, so this is what I drew after the movie. She was my favorite character. She's so funny. More illustrations, trying to draw cartoony people. This was my son. He's right here. He was a part of the school play. He did the audio. in the back pressing the buttons for the audio. More another fox illustrations, and there's Boba as a witch. I really like this guy right here. This was we took a trip to visit family, and this is some of the things we were doing on that trip. And what the heck, her face looks weird. And my son was wearing an old man hat. Yep. Oh, more of that trip. Sitting by the Target dog at Target. And my daughter riding a horse. Christmas. I guess I was thinking it's Christmas time now. It's Boba and Simba again. I love the sky in this picture. And just some cute little animals with Christmas stuff on them. I also love the sky in this picture. This is a teapot house. Moana 2, I think we saw the preview, or maybe we saw it in the movie theater that day. I don't know. Still using my paint markers with colored pencil on top in these. This was my daughter and I painted a Christmas mural on our big window in the living room. Some more animals. My daughter's Christmas concert. She was a pirate. Oh, this is that same bear from a couple pages ago. I thought he was so cute that he needed his own picture with a background. So this is what I did for him. Rudolph. This is our Christmas tree and our animals. And this must have been after we watched Wicked. That was a good movie. My daughter got obsessed with it for a while. She still kind of is. These are my animals with some Christmas lights. This was my son. He did a video game tournament and him and his friend won. And he was so excited, so I drew them. And this is a fox again. This is in the basement of my mom's house where my grandma lives. This is at her kitchen table. I just was sitting there one day, so I drew it. And this is my Christmas tree, and I did not finish this for some reason. I should do that. But I was drawing some of the weird ornaments I have on my tree. This was... I think I got some colored pencils that I'd been wanting as like an early Christmas present. Yes, it was these ones, the Derwent Chroma Flow. So after I got those, all I wanted to do was color pencil drawings. So that might be what's in the rest of this book. And if you're wondering, Derwent Chroma Flow colored pencils, I love them. They are amazing. I also have gotten a few of these Caran d'Ache Luminance because all you ever hear about is these are the best colored pencils ever, and that could be true because I do really love these as well. The Chroma Flow are much softer, I think, than these, but these are also kind of soft. But I definitely like them. They have a lot of pigment and stuff. I also have these ones are really good, the Derwent drawing pencils. I use them a lot. So I feel like I have really nice colored pencils now, and I'm grateful for that. Anyways, back to the pictures. I love him. He just looks like he's crazy. And then I had to draw a wizard with a bookshelf back there and a magic shop. Another fox. I was like into foxes, I guess. This is New Year's. I just drew this character, trying to draw characters again. And I wanted to see if I could draw her in another pose, which I think it went okay. This isn't supposed to be anybody. It was just some old people. Old people are very fun to draw, so I just do that sometimes. And this, I was in the car, in the passenger seat, going somewhere, and my 3 kids were in the back, and they were fighting with each other. And this is what I felt like, so I drew it. That's just a random character. I liked how I put a little bit of the teal blue color in the shadow here. I think that looks cool, so I'm gonna have to do that more. This was another picture drawing on Pinterest that I liked, and I wanted to see if I could draw like that. So I did not come up with any of this. I just kind of emulated it to see how I could do that. And I very much like how it turned out. I used Tombow markers with this and a few colored pencils, I think, on top. My cats again at a random window that is not in my house. This is my son and my daughter on the couch. Looks like I just kind of sketched it with my colored pencils. Did I skip a page? No? Okay. More Tombow markers. Looks like I went back to Tombow markers with colored pencils on top. More pictures from Pinterest. I did not make these up. This one, I was trying to go for the same style as the picture, this one, but with a cat looking down at the fish. It worked okay. But I guess I was having a flashback to fall here and wanted to draw some mushrooms. I think I was trying to do watercolor on these. Yeah, that feels like watercolor. This girl, I don't like her. Don't look at her. I started watching Anne with an E again. Actually, I was listening to Anne of Green Gables audiobook and watching Anne with an E. And so I've started to want to draw girls in the dress styles from the show and the book. And I don't like her. Didn't turn out very well. And so after that, I was like, must do a landscape, because that's always what I feel like I'm good at. So when I draw something bad, sometimes I draw a landscape. So I'm like, yes, I do still know how to draw. Random character from Pinterest. Like how that turned out. Her clothes are weird though. Now here is some versions of the characters from Anne of Green Gables, because like I said, I was listening to that audiobook and I kind of like this page. This is of course the house, Green Gables, Matthew, Marilla, and Anne. I like how that looks. More just practicing characters. Raccoon. This was, it was Valentine's Day. I can tell. Oh, this is a cute cat holding a coffee. And then I always have to put my dad at least one page in my sketchbook. And I think this is the last page. So I was like, well, I guess we're drawing my dad. So I drew this picture of me and my dad on my wedding day. And then there's this song on Taylor Swift's album. It's about her grandma, I think, but the lyrics, "What died didn't stay dead. You're alive, so alive in my head." So I think of my dad when I hear that song, so I put those words right there. So yes, there's my dad. And I believe that is it. So if you're still here, thank you for staying this long and checking out my sketchbook with me. And hopefully I'll get another video out soon and I will talk to everybody then. Thank you.